Okay, my name is José Eddy Torres. I'm a Colombian consultant and researcher. I've been working with rural energy and energization since the beginning of the 80s, a long time. How can energy technologies contribute to promote socioeconomic development? When you look at development of millions of people, you cannot approach it by just doing pilot projects. Often, the lessons from the 80s were that we would do, or the countries would do, or international cooperation organisms or NGOs would do 20 cook stoves or 1,000 cook stoves. But when you look at the bigger picture, there were millions of people that are using fuel wood. And I'm an economist, so if you look at projections, we knew that by the year 2000, we would still be heavily dependent on fuel wood. So how could we go beyond a few pilot projects and become a regional and national level policies to implement thousands and thousands of fuel stoves? So that was really the challenge. It's not just a question of deploying technologies, but in the context of development, should these technologies do more than light bulbs? So basically, our concepts in the 80s at that time that entered into conflict is, should we be doing rural electrification, which is what we called in Spanish bombillización, light bulbization, or should we be doing energization, which involves productive uses, which involves processing agricultural products so that there is no loss of 40% of harvest because of humidity, because it rained and the chilies that were out drying got rotten because of the rain. Or if we could refrigerate or process our oranges, because orange crops come all at the same time. So when a peasant or a rural community produces everything at the same time, the only people that make a buck are the people that have the truck and come and get the produce, and prices go down. And this is the eternal story of rural agriculture. When harvest times come, you don't have any room to maneuver because you have to sell your product immediately. And if you can transform the product, make it, dry it or process it, make it into jams, make it into other subproducts that have greater value added and that have longer lifetimes and not perishable, you can improve incomes in rural society. If you could do that, what do you need? You need energy technologies that process these products, because you either have to cook or heat or dry, or you have to process in some way through the use of energy. So we were starting to think in the 80s and continued to think throughout the 90s, in particular in the Colombian context, where I was fortunate enough to be an actor. I came to rural energization from the field projects and made my way up to policy. So we developed the national policies on rural energization, replaced rural electrification resources with rural energization funds by law. So every kilowatt hour of electricity generated or consumed in Colombia pays a little fee for rural energization. Created funds, created an institutionality, which is now the Institute for the Planning and Promotion of Energization Solutions in off-grid areas. So somehow we managed to, from field projects, influence national policy, and this has been going on and off for the last 25 years.